Hello, my lovely future PhD students. Welcome to Dr. Creative's channel. In today's video, I will focus on how to start the PhD. And most of you must be confused where to start and what to do next. And it's normal to feel anxious when you enroll into the PhD program, and it can be overwhelming. Many have stood where you stand now, feeling uncertain yet excited about what lies ahead is actually normal. So don't worry, I'll give you a summary and steps to follow when you join a PhD program. So let's straight away jump into the video. Now, first things first, do not skip the orientation program. Yes, it's usually organized by your department and begins with a welcome session led by head of the department. This is where you'll receive an overview of the PhD program, including its structure, expectations, and resources that the university can offer you. Now, consider it your blueprint for the PhD life. You'll learn about the first year, which can be also known as the probation year. Sounds daunting, but it's usually just your training ground. It's where you are assessed at the end of the first year that and is pretty much just crucial to just understand and set the stage for your research. Now, along with the research, you need to attend a few modules during your first years and second year. These modules often include the mandatory course like research ethics, and there are certain elective subjects or courses which have certain credit points allocated to them, and you need to score certain credit points in order to successfully finish your PhD. So, selecting the modules carefully is quite vital and see what can be useful during your research journey. Now, if you think that you'll be using a lot of statistics, then get onto the statistical course or module. Research writing or public engagement like modules are often good choices as well for the PhD students. These are the elective modules and they are pretty much tailored according to PhD students' need for the communicative skills. Next up is meeting your supervisor. One of the most important aspects of starting your PhD is building a relationship with your supervisor. After settling in, it's vital to meet with them, discuss the project, and plan your initial steps together. If you already have a research proposal, then start the first few weeks by engaging yourself in reading the existing literature or just engage yourself and see what's the ongoing projects going on in your lab. The first few months are slow, so don't freak out. Utilizing this period is essential for refining your research questions and having a good understanding of your hypothesis that you can construct then. By now, you have an idea about the research questions that you will be focusing. So get on the habit of reading research papers, downloading the PDFs, and also creating a folder. The good research search engines for looking the articles could be your Google Scholar, Science Direct, PubMed. Sometimes papers require paid subscription and don't have open access. So Sci-Hub is another search engine that most of the time it allows the open access. Every university has its own research portals, which are available online free of charge. It includes the published outputs from the postgrads to the PhD thesis, project details, and all the subject related research content. It's also a good thing to ask your supervisor if they could share some papers related to your topic, as they also keep track of continuing the story or have a broad idea about which student of theirs is focusing on what subject or the research area. And that will definitely speed up the process in finding your own research gap. It's also okay to ask your colleagues about the similar topics. Then comes a very good habit to create a library from the start because you're going to lose those references. and later on will struggle with the citations while writing the research article. So keep track of them. My personal experience. There is a very cool free AI tool that I came across recently, also known as the Litmaps, which helps you visualize and create like a web of scientific research papers related to the paper of your interest. It enables you to build a nice BibTeX reference list for your research article or literature review. Some other tools to cite your work can be Endnote, Zotero, Mendeley. I personally preferred Mendeley because you can simply create a plugin on your Google Chrome. And during my PhD, what I was doing was let's say I was working on nutrient and drought stress. So I created a folder on Mendeley with an environmental stress title and kept on adding the related papers in that folder itself. By now, you'll have some understanding of the research gaps and questions. So start creating some flowcharts or maps as the brainstorming is the key, right? You can use certain free online mind maker tools like Mindmap or Canva, or use the conventional method by just using a notebook. This will give you some ideas and also will help you understand if you are moving in the right direction or reverse. You simply can't rely on technology. Now, good research data management is crucial. Look at the options of what the university has to offer. They usually provide students with options regarding storage space and syncing their data on the cloud. If not, Google Drive, Dropbox, or WeTransfer are good possible ways to back up your work and also share the data set with your group members by maintaining some confidentiality. Also, keep updating the data and all your work on your hard drive as a backup plan too, because you never know, there can be technology glitches and everything. Now, lastly but not the least, join certain society and the sports clubs, because this can really help you to break through your PhD work and literally engage with the community. This will give you an inclusive sort of environment and you won't feel lonely or alone. You can also make rules and consider them sort of consider the PhD as a 9 to 5 job rule or 8 to 4, whatever works best for you. There will be times when you'll have to get flexible, of course, and sometimes work during weekends or late hours. But if your work is pretty much well planned in advance, then the situation won't arise this easily. Appreciate the fact that you enjoy the journey as it's a long way to go and do not feel discouraged. Until then, stay curious and stay inspired.